Welcome, friends. It is I, Hi-Rez Studios, and it's time for another vlog. And in the background is Xing in the jungle. These are two 10-minute surrenders that you're going to see here. The first one gets cut off a little bit because the extra was acting weird. That's why it's a vlog game. Also, just because it's a 10-minute surrender. I'm going to mention this in the main Xing jungle coming up this week, that we get a lot of 10-minute surrenders for Xing because he's just so good at the jungle. He just causes a lot of trouble. We can consider Xing like one of the top 2 junglers in the game right now. I really like him. I don't know if I want to say that, especially because I feel he'll get nerfed at some point, but I guess right now he's pretty good. Maybe he is top 2, I'm not sure. One problem with Xing, well, not Xing, but any god, is when you do well with him, is if you're the only one carrying, sometimes you just can't win it. The Xing jungle game coming up is going to be me trying to carry a lot of dead weight, and sometimes you just cannot win if there's just too much dead weight holding you down. This is something that gets frustrating in streams, is I'm usually the only one getting fed, or doing well, and then everyone else is doing poorly, and it gets really frustrating because I can't do enough on my own to win the game, because I play kill-specific gods, not really gods that can push very well. Now, if one of them gets fed, or at least plays well, we have a chance of winning it. Now, if everyone plays well, we usually get 10-minute surrenders. That's usually how the games go. And this is just the nature of who I bring in with me. I'm bringing in all sorts of levels with me. People who've been level 30 for years, or for a couple months, or if they just got level 30, maybe we'll bring in level 29. I bring in a whole bunch of levels with me, and it causes a whole lot of different situations to deal with. And sometimes it can get really frustrating. Sometimes just, that's what I get for bringing in low levels. That's just how it is. The Xing game is with randoms. And you get to see why I don't like playing with randoms that much anymore, because holy crap, the dead weight kills me. And I can't critique them and tell them how to do better. Something important to note is I get a bit up during our games and stuff on the streams. And, people see that as salt. I guess it's salt. I don't know. So I have raged sometimes in the past. I haven't raged that much lately. But what's important is, if I'm giving you crap for how you played, it is not to be mean, but to... I'm not being as... what's the word going on here? I'm not being as... What's the word? Like, I'm trying to explain to you what you did wrong and what you could do better. And that the excuses you make are not very good excuses. Because I want you to do better at the game. But, It's hard to be nicer about it, or kinder, not kinder, but less haughty, I guess. The thing is, when I'm streaming or when I'm just playing in general, I'm pretty high in the energy. And so when I'm high in energy, I'm talking a bit louder and more energetic, and sometimes it comes off as me yelling, and I don't mean it that way. But I'm always going to be critiquing you guys and gals when you play with me so that, you can get better, because that's what I want. I want you guys to get better at the game. That way you can have more fun with that, because I don't like it when you guys get called trash, or just stupid noobs, or stupid crap like that. I don't like it when people talk shit to other players like that. Sometimes you guys might not be so good at the game, but I want you guys to get better at the game. That's what's important to me, so I will say what you did wrong here and there, and I always say what I do wrong. If I don't notice it, though, I don't notice it, but a lot of times I'll say, well, I did wrong because of this or that. I did wrong because of these other things. Sometimes I did wrong because I was relying on someone else to do something. I assumed they're going to do the right shot, and they didn't, and I got killed for it, which is my mistake, which is why then I got to take into account and just do better next time without thinking of what they could do to help out in that situation. It's a team game, but sometimes you have to think of what you can do on your own. Sometimes that's just how it is. In a dream team, you want a team where you don't have to, you communicate what you want, and they communicate what they want, stuff like that. Or you guys have a connection where you know exactly what both need to do, and you don't have to worry about it, and you can trust them to do what needs to be done. You trust your solo to do what needs to be done, your jungle to do what needs to be done, all the lanes to do what needs to be done, so you can just focus on what you need to do to win the game. And you see that in pro games. A lot of pro games is just, they know what each person does and what they have to do, and you can see them just, they do their stuff with the assumption that their teammates are either going to come through during that team fight or somewhere else at the same time. You'll see, like, a team fight and a split push happening at the same time, and that split push is heavily committed, because a split push knows that the team fight will hold the enemy team long enough for the split push to work out and for them to get away, even with them so deeply committed. You'll see that in pro games. Sometimes you'll see that in casual games when a casual team knows what the hell they're doing. Because that is something you can do. If you trust your teammates to do what needs to be done, then you can pull off some amazing things. And even if they try to do it and fail, they should do enough to buy enough breathing room to get out of there or just do something else. That's what you can get out of a team you can trust. And I can trust our A team pretty well, and I can trust some reviewers pretty well, but I know some of our randoms, I trust them, and then I get bitten for it, so I gotta do better on that, and should be going with the assumption that maybe they don't know what they're doing. But I don't know. Is it better to hope they know what they're doing or not? And then this leads into another thing, which is a weird complaint. Whenever we fight a legendary, I overestimate their abilities because a legendary should be capable of some amazing things. Some people complain about me overvaluing legendaries because legendaries suck. But the problem is, there's also legendaries that can be amazing. And I'd rather overestimate than underestimate. It's like, oh, it's a legendary, they probably suck, and then I play slap and I get owned, and then it's all on me. I'd rather play my sharpest than play my crappiest. You know what I mean? Not crappiest, but not play sharp. Just because, like, they're this or that. No. I see no mastery, I see 1 mastery, I see 10 mastery. They're going to cause some assumptions here, but at the same time, I should be assuming they know what the hell they're doing so that I can play well against them. They might make some weird mistakes, which I should take advantage of, but I should assume that they know how to land their shots so that I can play accordingly and just play well. If I worded that correctly at all. Smite stuff, they're not reworking Zeus. Apparently only gets 1 new ability, which is okay. Wonder what the hell they're doing with Zeus. I'm gonna assume they tried to rework him. They're like, nah, this doesn't work, that doesn't work. And they're like, maybe this one ability is good enough. Maybe that's what happened there. Anything else Smite related? Oh, okay. So the DDoSing of freaking Cloud9 is horrible. We all know that. That sucks. They've been DDoSed like, what, 4 or 5 times at this point? Not okay. And I'm recording this before the SPL matches, so I don't even know if they're going to get DDoSed again. They get DDoSed again? Holy crap. I hope not. It's pretty not cool. It's not okay. It is hurting these guys. It's hurting their chances at the SWC, at the chances at just winning and making money and all this stuff. This is a pro team. It's not okay. And you can tell it's getting to them, because it's even getting to Barracuda, who's considered one of the nicest guys in freaking Smite. So, holy crap. It's just terrible. That's not okay. It's like, was it DDoSing, doxing, swatting, all that stuff is unfortunate. That's all that stuff is crap. It's terrible. And it's not okay that stuff happens. That's why we can't have nice things, isn't it? Newest LP comes out Monday. It's a lot of fun. The first couple of episodes are a bit rough. We get, as it goes forward though, get more into what we should be doing with this LP and how I should be going about it. And it gets better. This week is pretty good. The next week after is going to be even better. I know it already. Did you see the Titan Souls speedrun? I thought it was pretty good speedrun. That was pretty good speedrun there. The first 2 minutes was pretty intense right there. It was a lot of fun. Oh man. The Titan Soul speedrun is a good example of what I can be in some ways, because I was really good at points in there. There were low points where I wasn't as good, but there were points when I was really entertaining and very energetic, and that was great. And that's what I need to do. I need to be more like that in the future. But sometimes there's points where you just got to give yourself a break and not be too crazy so you can last the entire video, I guess. You want to keep that going long and strong, of course, but I don't know, just keep practicing more energy, being more entertaining, stuff like that. Sometimes the gameplay that needs to be better for it. Sometimes it's the me needs to be better for it, stuff like that. The next LP, I am pretty amped up, so that's not going to be a problem. This is going to be a lot of fun, the next LP. As far as Smite goes, a lot of Smite games going forward here. Geb's going to be next guide. We are foregoing Freya, because I feel like she is not a beginner god in any way. She wrecks face pretty badly. She also has a very safe ultimate, but I feel like she's not a god you play with beginners. That's an advanced god, so she's not getting a guide. She just isn't. Now, once I get it through everybody, I might come back and like, here's the gods that I don't feel are beginners, they're a little bit more advanced, and then do a guide on them, just for beginners trying to try these gods out, I guess. Something like that. Also, Smite's on Steam now, so they have like 15,000 players on Steam now. Question is, how many of those are new? How many of those are old players? Who knows? I put some of the guides up on Steam to help people out, because that's what's important there, is putting guides out so people get better at the game, they have a better transition at the game. Especially now with all the Smurfs happening, you want new players that have a comfortable go-in. That's what really sucks, is just all these Smurfs. There's just too damn many. Of course, I played in closed beta, so I never really had to bother with Smurfs when I first came in. Had a really fun game with a bunch of other people who didn't know what the hell we were doing either. It was really fun, but now you come in there, it's just Smurf City, and new players are just having such a bad time. Then you have Smurfs who are just total dicks. You have Smurfs who just tell new players to uninstall or just call them such terrible names. It's not okay. It is not okay. I've always been against Smurfing because of stuff like that. I've always been against it. That is not something I personally do. It's fine if you guys do it. It's just not something I'm cool with personally, so I don't do it. But yeah, if you guys want to do it, it's fine. Let's see here. Next week will probably be another God Pack giveaway. And we also have another tier convention skin, so we'll see when we give that away. We got a couple other things. The nice thing is we have viewers who donate stuff to us, and they donate gems, or they donate skins, or god packs, and it's really nice. It allows us to give away more stuff to more people. And in the future, of course, when I get a job, I'll be able to buy some things and donate them to myself in a way, so that I can give away that stuff as well. The more things to give away. The goal in the future is to just make giveaways for... basically have everything have a giveaway at the end of it, just so everyone has a chance at something, you know? I explained this, I said this last vlog, and that was, I like the idea of giving away indie games so you guys can broaden your horizons, and giving away AAA games so those of you who can't afford AAA games have a chance at a AAA game to play. Same thing goes for the indie games. Maybe there's an indie game, you can't afford indie games that much, maybe there's an indie game, you get that, and then bam, that's a game you love and you enjoy that genre or whatever. That could be cool too. That's the goal there in the future, going forward. Like, I want to do that. Like, so... We give away indie games and AAA games that we are able to buy ourselves. We give away games that others have donated to us. Like, that's pretty cool there. We get stuff to give away. We get donated stuff to give away. And in the future, we're going to give away even more things. I just like the idea of just giving people stuff and also entertaining people. And just, there you go. That's pretty good there. I like that. I just like that idea. That way, everyone's having fun. At the end of the day, it's bringing the fun. Want to bring the fun, everybody. That's what we want. And the fun is entertaining with videos. The fun is giving you a chance to play a new game you haven't considered, or giving you a chance to play a game you can't even afford. I like that idea. And that's why I talked about it last week, and so I'm talking about it again this week. I'll see if I forget about it and talk about it again next week. Who knows? But that is a good goal for me, is to just be able to bring the fun. Have more people have fun. That's a pretty good long-term goal, I feel. Other goals, of course, for the channel are just increasing in viewership and subship. That way we get bigger. That way the channel, if we can take off on its own, we can afford more through the channel itself instead of it just being from my job. You want your channel to be able to sustain itself. You want it to be able to do everything on its own without the need of outside forces. Like, you want to be able to... I feel like this is not exactly a stamp of success, but a stamp of just accomplishment in a way. I want the channel to be able to fund itself, whatever, with the money made from Patreon, the money made from YouTube, Twitch in the future when we get subs, when we get a sub button, from donations, from this and that, from everything. I want all of it to be able to sustain itself in the future. Right now, I'm gonna invest, not now, but when I get a job, I'm gonna invest some of my own money into it. But at the end of the day, at the end of the journey, I want it to be able to sustain itself. That's what I really want to see there, because that'll be really cool. That'd be a great accomplishment. It's having this entire universe of Scarf and Friends be able to sustain itself would be really great. It'd be a great achievement in life, an accomplishment right there, to have that, to be able to do that. And that is the goal there with everything going forward, is to make this channel very fun, entertaining, give people chances to win things, to enjoy things, and for it to sustain itself. Just a tongue twister. To sustain itself. That's a big goal there. I want to keep growing and do that going forward. And you gotta make like mini goals for it. And like the mini goal for Twitch is get the sub button right now. We're up to like 50 viewers during Smite games. We get like 20-ish non-Smite games. So we gotta do better on that. The mini goal for Twitter, I guess, is just keep getting more viewers, more people following us. So I guess next goal is 2,000 followers there. I don't have a time limit on that one. Same thing goes for Twitch. Like, we're trying very hard to get that button. The goal that does have a time limit, in a way, is YouTube. I want to try to get 10,000 subs by the end of the year. That's 2,000 more subs in 3 to 4 months. And I think we can pull it off. It does rely on everyone, though. It relies on me being really good. It relies on Jinx with her editing, which has been amazing. It relies on you guys and gals, the viewers, to spread the word if you can, to get more people interested. The more people interested in us, the better we grow and all that stuff. And then just, it grows and grows and grows. It grows, more people have opportunities to win games, more people have the opportunity to donate games for us to give away. So many things going forward, more people to entertain. Just getting it to grow so we can go and have the fun. I guess that's the way to put it right there. Yeah. Those are the goals for those things. Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. We don't really use the others. We don't really use Instagram. We don't really use Facebook. I guess we should... I think we need to be bigger if we want to use Facebook and stuff like that. I have no idea when would be a good time to use stuff like that. Tumblr, I don't really have a use for Tumblr. Jinx, maybe, for drawing the Kirby's, but I think reasons for Patreon exclusives right there. I mean, her work in progress is. So Patreon, we haven't talked about in a while. So Patreon is where people can donate to us, and the money there gets used for the channel. When we broke 100, that was enough money to, what's the word here? Let me go look at Patreon really quick. I don't remember our goals anymore, because it's been a while. So Patreon, so it's Lost Scarf at Patreon, and going to it right now. So right now we make a good amount of money, enough to, let's see what goal we reached. Hardware. Okay, so the idea was when we got 25 a month, we'd be able to stream longer, and that's what we've done. And then at 50 a month, we're able to cover AAA games. That's why. So we're able to buy bigger games every month. And this month was Super Mario Maker, which we're streaming. Last month is the current LP, which you'll see soon enough, starting Monday. Next month, not sure. November is going to be Fallout 4, and then December is going to be Xenoblade X Chronicles, whatever the hell it works. And then when we broke 100, so now we can save money to buy better hardware, and then at 200 we can get better connections, stuff like that. And we'll have to make more goals in the future. But we have quite a few patrons, and thank you to you guys and gal for being patrons for that. And we put up some Patreon exclusive stuff, which is just experimental videos, or me practicing some things. And Jinx puts up her early sketches for the Kirby's as she's making them. And that's stuff right there for the patrons. It's a nice little thing there. It's a nice way to make money so that we can put things into the channel and go do better things going forward. That's something I really like right there. So I like Patreon for that. Let's see here. Oh, the Game Box. Getting more people to see the Game Box would be great too. We'll put that in the description again. At some point, me and Jinx are going to have to pretty it up. Right now, it's not very pretty. But Jinx is very busy, of course. But it's not very pretty right now, and we'll make it prettier later. And that's where I am when I'm not making content. Okay, wait. When I'm making content, when I'm not making content. There we put it. When I'm at work, I'm not going to be on there, obviously. When I'm at school, I'm not going to be on there. But when I'm home and I'm making content, or when I'm taking a break, or I'm doing this or that, I'll be on the Game Box for people to hang out with me if they want. Like, I'll be there, and then other people can hang out with each other as well. And we got a lot of rooms there, so not everyone has to be in one big room and stuff like that. And if anyone wants to talk to me, but they're kind of shy, you know, because not everyone likes to talk in groups, you can always PM me, and I can make a secret, a locked room, so you can talk to me a little bit if you want to talk to me, and then there you go. So stuff like that. Anything else to talk about? Trying to think here, anything else just for the channel? Nothing else right now. I think that's everything going forward. Just if you can, please spread the word. It would really help us out. Super Mario Maker. I should talk about that. Super Mario Maker is amazing. I love this game. This game is so fun. Jinx really likes making levels. I really like beating levels. And we played some really fun levels so far. And I made a level today. I'm so proud of it. And I hope a lot of people die playing it. I had a lot of fun making a main level. I think I only know how to make mean levels. I don't think I know how to make these creative, fun levels. There's some really obnoxious levels that are actually not very good. Like, they're hard to beat. They're actually not very fun in a way. I think mine's kind of fun. Super Meat Bros was so fun. We spent like an hour trying to beat that. But it was so intense, and it was just so rewarding to beat it. I think my level's pretty hard, but I don't know how rewarding it is to beat. Because it's my first time making a level, so we'll see how I go going forward making more levels. And it's what I want to do with Super Mario Maker. Stream it every now and then. Challenge a bunch of levels, have our viewers tell me what levels they want to see me play. And if they made levels, challenge me with their levels. That could be really cool to do. I want to do that for sure. Super Mario Maker just has the potential to just be around for a very long time because it's just such a fun idea. Making levels, playing other people's levels, playing your own levels that you made. And there's so many tools to the thing. And Sunday, they're adding more content to the thing. They're doing constant DLC to it, it looks like. Or just, I guess the word's update, not DLC. They're doing updates to it, just like Splatoon, where they're just updating that as well on occasion, which is so cool. It's so cool. I really like that. I like that a lot. I like what Nintendo's doing. Like, it's so cool. It's just really fun. So that's just great. It is. It's awesome. That's the only way I can put it. It's just awesome. Let's see here. Personal stuff. For those of you who are interested in the personal parts of ScarfVloged, let's see those. These Xing games are almost done. Personal Scar stuff. Let's see here. So, midterm Monday, had a midterm Thursday. Let's see here. Saturday, after this Saturday, next Saturday, so I don't know when I'm going to do the vlog, is my state exam, my next state exam for my next certificate or, like, license for water. I've gotten one of the licenses. There are 4 potential licenses to get. There's actually, like, 8, but there's 4 I'm aiming for, and I've gotten 1. And I was 90-something percent, like, just... I can't remember the exact number off the top of my head, but I'm better than a bajillion people. and I'm only worse than like 10 or 12 people in the state. So that's pretty better than is not the right way to put it, but I did better than that many people in the States. That's a prideful thing right there. I'm kind of hot right here with that. So that's cool. Next test, we'll see how good I am at that. Studying for a midterm as well. There you go with that. Internship. Dudes. Oh man. I have seen so many things and done so many things. Also, like, my body hurts all over. It is kind of fun doing public works. It is a crazy job. Of course, it's not what I plan on doing in the future, but it's crazy and it's fun and it's interesting, and I like it. I've always liked working. It's just fun working right now. Of course, my goal, of course, is to become an operator. Operators don't really do a lot of manual labor, but right now this internship is manual labor, and it's pretty fun. It's good exercise. I'm enjoying a lot. You're baking in the sun for 9 hours a day, though, but it's pretty fun. Pretty fun. I just like to work. I feel like I couldn't do the manual labor for too long, though, because I think it would wear me down eventually. Your body eventually will give out. It will give way if you work it too hard eventually. And these guys work very hard. I got a lot of respect for these guys. But I want to do the operator stuff. But what I like about the fact that I'm doing this manual labor stuff is it gives me an appreciation of what these guys do. Because these are the guys who will eventually, I think I've said this before, eventually, because my intention is to climb up as an operator, to become like a Super Nintendo Chalmers, to become the superintendent, which is the guy who controls everything. And doing public works with these guys gives me an appreciation of what they do, so that I don't, because there's people who don't know what they do, and they just think they're lazy, or they think they don't know what the hell they're doing, or they think they just take too long or whatever. And I've seen what bad things can happen to these guys and stuff like that, so I have an understanding of what can go their way, what can go against them and stuff like that. So it gives me an understanding, and that's something that I'm glad I have. I have an understanding of how these guys do things and what happens to them, so that I have an appreciation, so that when I am the leader of them, when I am in charge of these guys and other things, I understand. I get why this or that is happening, or why they're taking so long with a job, or how costly a job is. Like, I'll have a better understanding. That's why I'm glad I'm in this internship, because the internship, it's this internship that has you do every field. I mean, every part of the field. So, maintenance, operations, let's see here, handling, potable water, handling wastewater, so many things. I'm doing everything, and because of that, I just have a better idea, and I like that. I think it's important to see other sides of things. It's very important because it grows you as a person. And this is something I'll touch on just a little bit. I might want to touch on this deeper in the future, but this is probably what's incredibly important to me in the age we're in the information age, in the internet age. The belief was the internet would bring a utopia. The idea would be we all gain knowledge, we all share knowledge, and we're all just really smart now, and, well, there you go. Why hate each other? Problem is we're humans, and we're dicks. We're big flopping dicks. This is the problem. We can't have nice things because, well, we are who we are, aren't we? And in the information age, we have people who are willfully ignorant. Another thing, though, is we have people who completely believe a thing, and then there's a lot of other people who do too. And like the conspiracy theorists, or hoaxes, or these things where they think this is real, or they think this is fake, and stuff like that. And because of the internet, there's more and more people who believe that, so they have room to just keep believing that. Another way to put it is you have people who are willfully only looking at their side and no other side. Let's say you have an opinion on whatever thing, just some topic. You have an opinion on it, and maybe it's the minority opinion. And you can go to a bunch of websites that agree with you. A lot of websites that agree with you and have arguments for why you're right. There's also websites that argue why you're wrong, but you're never going to see those, are you? That's the thing. This is the problem with your information age, is that we have the ability to learn a lot of things, but at the end of the day, do we? Or are we just selective? So selective that we're actually just being willfully ignorant, and I think that sometimes that is how it is. So I implore everyone to try to be less ignorant, try to see the other side once in a while. Sometimes there are things that are just, yeah, there's only one really side to this. I would not want, don't even want to devil's advocate the other side of it. There's just stuff like that, but there's sometimes just, both sides have things that could be good about them. Stuff like that. So I'm imploring you guys with that. That's enough. I think the Xing games are done. So last thing to say is thank you everyone for watching and listening and everything with the channel and with YouTube and Twitch and Twitter and all the things, game vlogs, everything. Thank you everyone who shows up. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being entertained. All the things. Thank you for the patrons. Thank you to those who spread the word. Just thank you to everyone. Thank you to everyone indeed. I am always thankful. I am glad we do this. I enjoy it a lot, even in the hard times. I'm thankful for Jinx. She does a lot of hard work, so thank you to Jinx for all of her hard work. And that should be everything. I guess there should be a question at the end of this, though, shouldn't there? I want to start asking questions at the end. That way we get more discussion. We're out of time about discussion, but we should create it a little bit. And what is the thing to talk about? And that is, maybe next week I'll ask that can of worms question. Instead, I'll ask this question. That is, this. Now, this is another big one. That is, if you could design a level, because of Super Mario Maker, if you could design a level for any game, doesn't have to be Mario, just any game, what would you put in that thing? And like, what would be the things in that would make it really interesting? Like if you could make like an area for Dark Souls, or a Mario level if you want, or like if you could make a level for, what's a game I can't think of right now, like a bullet hell level. If you could just make a bullet hell, what kind of bullet hell would it be? Side scroller, top down, your own kind of version of it. Just there's so many different things you guys could make. I want to know what our viewers would make if they could. It can be a genre or just an existing franchise and just a level you would make for it. I want to hear this. I think there could be some really interesting ideas here. So please answer the question right there down below in the comments. I had fun making this vlog. If I'm watching it, that's what it's all about, isn't it? Having fun. Thanks for coming by, and see you next time.